We welcome the initiatives from the North Highland Regeneration Fund, set up of course by the Decommissioning Authority. The Start-up and Grow Fund already understand it's given support to 11 local businesses so far, and will give support to projects which require national intervention. Now, we're confident and ambitious about the renewable potential of Scotland. I don't have to tell this audience, but the last few weeks have exemplified the extent of the dangers of recession across the Western world, of at least a severe economic downturn. The full implications of what has been allowed to happen are not yet known, but nonetheless we can reasonably well assume there are tough economic times ahead. What is interesting, therefore, in that prospect of tough economic times over the last 2 months in Scotland, there has been £1 billion of new private sector investment in renewable technologies announced. Now that has been a combination of onshore wind, but it's not been exclusively onshore wind. For example, the huge biomass plant at Markinch in Fife, announced some 6 weeks ago, a £200 million almost investment. The Clyde wind farm, a £600 million investment, the extension to Crystal Rigs. Altogether, in terms of major renewable consents, 17 have been announced over the last year, in addition to one or two conventional ones. That is a dramatic increase on what has gone before, where the average over the last few years has been 3. In fact, last year before that, I think the average was 1. So we've had a step change in renewable investment, and £1 billion announced in the last 6 weeks or so. That brings Scotland's total of renewables, if we include the hydro schemes, and how delighted I was to be pushing the button at Glendoe just a few weeks ago, the first major hydro scheme in Scotland for 60 years, or 50 years anyway, a 100 megawatt scheme running into Loch Ness. So if we include the hydro that we've had and the additions that we're making, and there's plenty of hydro incidentally, opportunity to come in Scotland, we include that to the new onshore wind facilities, to the biomass facilities, which play an important contribution to the opening up potential of tidal and wave power, then already there is working, building, consented 5.5 gigawatts of renewable power in Scotland. Scotland on an average day consumes 6 gigawatts of power. Now, not all renewables, as we well know, unlike tidal incidentally, work all the time, but nonetheless that alone is about 35% of Scotland's consumption we have in renewables, either working right now, under construction, or already consented. So when people talk about the renewable revolution as being something in the future, it's not something in the future, it's something that's happening right now and right here. And therefore it is fantastic to be here on the day, through the announcement of the leasing round and through the announcement by Scottish Power of their intention to apply for planning permission for major tidal arrays in the Pentland Firth, in the Sound of Islay, that this is the day where we can actually say that the vista is opening up, not for deployment in the hereafter, but for deployment in the here and now. There is no reason to be anything other than exceptionally confident